somebody who is very healing and can exist between multiple realms at once. As above, so below, right? As within, so without. Ace of Pentacles, you have a lot to offer here. You have also a divine blessing from Spirit, a very prosperous, fortuitous start here. This is a gift. I'm not saying you're going to receive a gift, though some of you may receive your blessings. It's a blessing of some kind of stability. It's most likely tangible. Do you know that you have this gift? I feel like you're paying attention to your blessings now. Maybe you weren't before for whatever reason. I mean, we can get stuck in monotony sometimes and drift. It happens. You know, as long as you can forgive yourself, you can move forward and be, again, with gratitude. We pulled the gratitude card, right? Being grateful allows you to see your blessings more often than not. Do you know about this? Six of Swords. Yeah, this is your safe passage. Whatever this is, this blessing, this tangible blessing. It's creating a way for you to travel and maneuver away from something that used to mess with your peace and your balance. I want to know more about this Queen of Wands because I feel like that's going in another direction. If we loop back to this, we loop back. If not, but I'm feeling pulled to the Queen of Wands. I want to know. Tell me more about this Queen of Wands and why they are resting and overcoming mental... Oh wow, two cards just fell. The Empress and the Well. That's what the Queen of Wands is about. No wonder you know your blessing. Wow. Wow. That is divine feminine AF. Let me tell you. It doesn't get much more like goddess-like than that. Let me tell you. That is... Whew. Yeah, that's something worth fighting for sure. I can see why this Emperor is actually a Knight of Wands energy. It seems like you are very hasty to see what's going on over here with your divine counterpart, because that sure seems what we are reading on now with the Emperor and the Empress. And the Well, we talked about the Well in our last reading, so this is very similar energy. It could be a continuation of the last message. Definitely check it out if you are interested. Okay, well, the Well is, I was saying before, it's the Empress 2.0. It is creation itself. It's also like the I am, right? It's being a believer, creating your own reality, and also like creating worlds. It's like pulling things from within you. For some of you, ancient knowledge, if you work with Akashic records, and Archangel Metatron is coming through right now. I work with multiple archangels, by the way. There's some of my guides. I think I work with over 10 now. They've all come to me at different points in my spiritual journey. But I'm also pagan, so like I work with gods and goddesses too, so you know, you never really know who's going to come through. Hecate was coming through a few readings back. And I'm a non-denominational channel, and I'm very open-minded, so I welcome every faith and creed. And I don't tolerate hate or bullies, so if you don't like that and you're no longer interested in this message, it's okay. Just assume you got what you needed and have a great day. Knight of Swords. Swift communication and action coming forward. Clearing the way, I just heard. Clearing the way. What is clearing the way, Spirit? The Knight of Pentacles. Well, that is counterintuitive. You got the quick knight with the slow knight. What? And then the Knight of Wands. Wow, we've got all but the Knight of Cups out here. We had another reading a few months ago, I want to say April or something, where we talked about how we had every knight on the table except the Knight of Cups, which is the one you would want for a love reading. And, you know, that might have been the first Divine Union reading I did. I know there was the King and Queen of Cups and the King and Queen of Wands, and possibly the Emperor and Empress. I can't remember if they came out yet or not. But I'm getting a vibe that that Divine Union Part 1 and 2 is part of this message. So you definitely check out the playlist if you feel called. All of my readings are put into shorter form messages, so you don't have to sit through a tarot quest. Just check out the shorter form, whatever calls to you, you know? And yeah, of course I love it when y'all like my videos because it helps circulate the content. It's a form of energetic support, and when you do that, I do pick up on your energy better because it's an equal give and take, you know what I mean? So those that contribute by, say, leaving a heart emoji in the comments, or liking the video, or whatever, participating in the live chats when we do premieres, your energy comes through stronger. And if you don't want that, well then, you know, just sit back in the quiet, in the dark. Appreciate the calm support either way. So, yeah, okay, maybe that came out just to have me ramble on about that Divine Union. Excuse the plane one moment. We'll get back in a second. I'm gonna chime my bell in 3, 2, 1. How's everyone doing today? Oh, I'm doing okay. Oh boy. I live on a mountain, but it's like we still get the air traffic from time to time, especially during wildfire season. This has been one of the best years we've had out here, and I am so grateful. We were talking about gratitude earlier. Like, what are you grateful for? Just one thing. You know, maybe it was you got to eat your favorite food for a meal today. Maybe it was that you, for some of you, I'm hearing had a place to sleep last night. For some of you, you made a wise investment. For some of you, you got good news on your health. All these blessings that come into our lives, and we're so used to just speeding up and then slowing down and speeding up and slowing down, and I think that's what this night energy is about, is finding the temperance, finding the balance, knowing what parts of yourself you need to pull out at the moment to live a balanced, healthy life, right? And that sounds so boring, right? But we go from the mundane to the mystical here. That's my shop tagline. It's about balancing both, which the Five of Pentacles here is very much about that as well. Yeah, to overcome a lack mentality. Looks like you want to be read on some more. I feel like that's what these are. We're kind of detracting from the Empress slash Queen of Wands now. We're just going to let her chill off to the side, you know, let her do her empressy thing. And we're going to talk about this Divine Masculine. Perhaps we'll read on Divine Feminine in a moment. The difference between a masculine and a feminine, and again, it's not about gender, it's about energy. Masculine, active, feminine, receptive, right? And we all go through different phases in our life. But the difference between, I've talked about this before, a divine or a not divine is just the level of the journey you're on. If you've overcome many hard lessons in life and you've integrated your shadow and you've become in balance with yourself, you are divine. And if you're still working on that, that doesn't mean that you're less than. You're just as equal as the other person that could be divine. If anything, we should be looking at people who are in their divine energy as inspirational figures, not people to try to compete with, because that's the difference between coming from a place of hate or love. And it's not about whether you hate or love the person. It's about whether you hate or love yourself. And when you do hate yourself, you forgive yourself and you let it go. And when you love yourself, well, you get to live in more love. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Seems that someone has walked away from something that did not fulfill them emotionally. Who is this about, Spirit? 6 of Cups. For some of you, you had to walk away from family or old friends from the past. I'm sensing this is more on this masculine energy here. Possibly old friendships. Or you had to like integrate parts of your inner child in order to move forward and let go of the past. I talk about inner child healing occasionally. I'm an advocate, so I break stigmas and I share information about wellness. I have a disclaimer in the description box though. I'm not a medical or mental health professional. King of Cups. Wow. That's some powerful energy across the board here for both parties involved. So these are definitely divine, masculine and feminine energies we are speaking on. Multiple people in the collective that are in this energy. Remember, there are over 8 billion people in the world, and the collective is every conscious being. I can't give you a statistic on the divine masculine and feminines of the world. That's just I just picked up that somebody wanted that. I don't have that. I'm sorry. Maybe you have a very analytical, curious mind. I don't have that information. I don't know if anybody does. Wow. Okay. Anyways. Interesting. So King of Cups. I think you are a very loving person, or people, I should say, multiple people. You are, you want to give your cup of love, you want to nurture something, you want to deeply care. And a lot of people may have mistaken you as kind of cold in the past. 3 of Cups. I don't think we want to talk about that, Spirit. Let me see. Knight of Cups. We now have the full barrage of knights on the table. This is officially a quest, everyone. Are you ready? Alright, we're ready to go now. This is something to celebrate. You want to celebrate this feeling you have, this love that you want to offer. Whoever you are very